Right now, in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, passengers on a cruise ship are being tested for one of the deadliest viruses in the world. And the WHO just confirmed it is Hantavirus. The cruise ship MV Hondius, which began its voyage in Argentina, has reported a confirmed Hantavirus outbreak among its passengers. One person has died on board. Another has been evacuated to a hospital in South Africa and is currently in intensive care. The WHO has confirmed 2 positive cases so far. This is not a disease most people know much about, but it should be. Today on Daily World, we cover everything: what Hantavirus is, how it kills, the outbreak happening right now, and the deeply unsettling things about this virus that scientists still cannot explain. In the spring of 1993, healthy young people in the American Southwest began dying. Their lungs were filling with fluid, and nobody, for months, could explain why. In a remote area where Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico, and Utah meet, known as the Four Corners region, previously healthy adults began developing a mystery illness: fever, muscle aches, then catastrophic respiratory failure, lungs drowning in fluid within days of the first symptoms. The CDC was called in. What they identified was a hantavirus that had never been seen before in the United States. They named it sin nombre, Spanish for no name. Its host, the deer mouse, one of the most common rodents in North America. The virus was not new. Hantaviruses had been causing disease in Asia and Europe for decades, with Soviet and Japanese military reports of kidney-damaging hemorrhagic fever dating back to the 1930s. But this American strain, sin nombre, attacked the lungs instead of the kidneys, and it killed with a speed and a brutality nobody was prepared for. Hantavirus does not kill you the way most viruses do. It does not destroy your cells directly. It weaponizes your own immune system against you. When hantavirus enters your body, it infects the cells that line your blood vessels, specifically the cells of the lung capillaries. Your immune system detects the infection and launches a massive inflammatory response. But the response is so severe, so overwhelming, that the capillary walls in the lungs become dangerously permeable. They begin to leak. Fluid pours out of the blood vessels and floods the air sacs in the lungs. This is called capillary leak syndrome. The patient essentially drowns, from the inside, in their own body fluids. From the first symptoms to respiratory failure, the window can be as short as 24 to 48 hours. There is no approved antiviral treatment. There is no approved vaccine. The only treatment is supportive care, keeping the patient alive, and hoping the immune system eventually controls the infection itself. In early 2025, hantavirus entered public consciousness in a way it rarely does. Betsy Arakawa, the wife of legendary actor Gene Hackman, died of hantavirus in their New Mexico home. Betsy Arakawa, the wife of legendary actor Gene Hackman, died of hantavirus in their New Mexico home. You do not have to go hiking in a remote forest to be exposed to hantavirus. You can encounter it in your own home, your own garage, your own attic. Hantavirus is transmitted through contact with infected rodents, or more precisely, through breathing in microscopic particles of their urine, droppings, or saliva, when those particles become airborne. Sweeping a dusty shed, cleaning out a cabin that has been closed for months. Even, simply, breathing the air in an enclosed space where infected rodents have been living. You may never see a single mouse, and still get infected. Hantavirus has been studied for over 30 years, and there is a long list of things about it that scientists still cannot explain. Unknown 1. Why do some people exposed to hantavirus develop catastrophic illness, while others exposed to the same virus from the same source feel nothing at all? Researchers genuinely do not know. Genetic factors are suspected, but not confirmed. Unknown 2. The incubation period can range from 1 week to 8 weeks. 8 weeks of carrying the virus, with no symptoms, before sudden and rapid collapse. Scientists cannot predict who will have a short incubation and who will have a long one. Unknown 3. The fatality rate of the Andes virus outbreak in Argentina has risen to 34% between January 2025 and January 2026, compared to a historical average of 10 to 32%. Nobody knows why it is suddenly more lethal. Unknown 4. Hantavirus does not normally spread between people, except the Andes virus does. The Andes virus, the strain currently circulating in Argentina and suspected on the cruise ship, is the only known hantavirus confirmed to spread directly from person to person. Scientists do not fully understand how or under what conditions this transmission occurs. Just days ago, researchers at Virginia Tech published a landmark study that should alarm everyone. Using National Science Foundation data, they identified 3 major hotspots of hantavirus circulation in American wildlife: Virginia, Colorado, and Texas. They identified 15 rodent species as confirmed carriers. 6 of those species had never previously been identified as hantavirus hosts. 6 brand new carriers. Some inhabiting regions where the traditionally known carriers, like the deer mouse, are completely absent. This means hantavirus is present in places where we were not looking for it, in animals we did not know could carry it. The researchers explicitly described hantavirus as, quote, an emerging disease of pandemic potential with symptoms that resemble severe COVID-19 infections. And then there is the newest discovery of all. Hantaviruses have now been found in bats, and in fish, and in amphibians. The impact on human health of these newly discovered non-rodent strains remains largely unknown. As global temperatures rise, the habitats suitable for deer mice, cotton rats, and bank voles are expanding into new territories. As global temperatures rise, the habitats suitable for deer mice, cotton rats, and bank voles are expanding into new territories. In 2024, researchers in Sweden discovered that bank voles in southern Sweden were carrying a strain of hantavirus capable of causing hemorrhagic fever in humans, more than 500 kilometers south of where the virus had previously been known to exist. The virus is moving, carried by rodents, into regions where human populations have never been exposed, and therefore have no immunity, and where healthcare systems have no experience treating it. Scientists say the true impact of climate change on hantavirus remains to be seen. What they agree on is that it will not be good. As of today, the WHO is monitoring the MV Hondius cruise ship outbreak. The suspected strain, the Andes virus, is the one strain of hantavirus capable of spreading between people. Argentina's ongoing Andes virus outbreak, which began in 2025, has already killed at least 20 people. There is no approved vaccine. There is no approved antiviral treatment. The only protection is avoiding contact with rodents and their droppings, using gloves and proper masks when cleaning enclosed spaces, and ventilating any area where rodents have been present before entering. What makes hantavirus truly frightening is not just what we know about it. It is everything we do not. 6 new carrier species, a strain that spreads between people, a rising death rate nobody can explain, and a virus researchers describe as having pandemic potential, with no medical countermeasures ready. If this video raised questions you had not thought about, share it, like it, and subscribe to Daily World. We will keep tracking this story as it develops.